Before we delve into the logical side of networking, IP addresses, protocols, firewalls, it's worth spending a few minutes on the physical layer. Networks don't exist in the abstract. They run on cables. And in industrial environments, the choice of cable matters more than it does in a typical office. This video covers the two main types of network media you'll encounter: copper, Ethernet, and fiber optic. Cat5e and Cat6 are the two most common copper Ethernet cables. You've almost certainly handled both. They're the cables with the RJ45 connectors that plug into computers, switches, and PLCs. They're inexpensive, widely available, and easy to terminate in the field. Cat5e supports up to 1 gigabit per second. Cat6 supports 10 gigabits. The key constraint with copper is distance. Each cable run is limited to about 100 meters, or 328 feet, before the signal degrades enough that you don't need another switch to regenerate it. That's fine for most in-building applications, but in between buildings it becomes very challenging, or when you're cabling across a large plant. The other constraint is electrical interference. Copper wire is an antenna. In a typical office, that's not a problem. But in an industrial environment with variable frequency drives, large motors, high voltage, switchgear, and arc flash events, the electrical noise can corrupt the signal on a copper cable. That's where fiber starts to become the better choice. Fiber optic cable transmit data as pulses of light rather than electrical signals. That single difference changes everything in industrial environments. Multimode fiber uses an LED light source and can run up to about 550 meters, over 5 times the distance of copper. It's the common choice for runs within a building or between close structures. Single mode fiber uses a laser light source and can run several kilometers, which makes it suitable for connecting remote buildings, substations, or sites across a campus. Because fiber transmits light rather than electricity, it is completely immune to electromagnetic interference. No electrical noise on the plant floor affects it. There are no ground loops. An arc flash event that would corrupt a copper cable signal is invisible to fiber. That's why fiber is often the right choice in substations, motor control centers, and any area with heavy electrical equipment. Before we move on, there's a security angle to the physical layer that often gets overlooked. All the logical security controls we'll discuss later, like firewalls, VLANs, access control lists, depend on the assumption that the physical network is controlled. If someone can plug a device into an Ethernet port, they're on the network, regardless of what the firewall says. Unlabeled and undocumented cables are one of the most common problems in aging OT facilities. If you don't know what's plugged into what, you can't protect it. An attacker or a well-meaning contractor who plugs in the wrong thing can join your OT network through any unprotected switch port and may inadvertently break things even if they didn't intend to. Fiber has a practical security advantage here. It's much harder to tap covertly than copper. Tapping a copper cable can be done passively. Tapping fiber requires physically interrupting the cable or using a bend-sensitive coupler, both of which are detectable. For the most sensitive segments of an OT network, that's a meaningful difference. In the next video, we're going to go even further back in the physical layer to serial communications. RS-232, RS-485, RS-422. If you work with legacy PLCs, RTUs, or meters, you've seen these interfaces. We'll cover what they are and how they differ and why they introduce a specific security risk that a lot of people don't think about and how they relate to our overall network structure. We'll see you in the next video.